What's up, guys? BTBS here. Welcome back to another episode of ModSauce Craft ModSauce Hermit. Yes, I need to try and think of new ways to introduce this because they are all getting extremely samey and long. I spent a little bit of time getting some trees. 191 stack. Wow, I mined a bit more than that than I meant to. 191 stacks of the dark oak and 20 odd stacks of saplings. It just occurs to me you guys might not know what dark oaks are if like me you don't play vanilla. So let's take a little trip over to the realm of the dark oaks, which is over here, I believe. Yeah, new tree added in vanilla. They grow 2 by 2 and they grow extremely thick to the point where they almost don't let any light through. So their forests are extremely mob-filled normally. And I have my axe and this iron magnet. So if I manage to find the right place, that happens. They all come down instantly. So yeah, I went mining like that to get some wood because I didn't want to run out of wood. Got more wood than I'm probably even going to ever be able to use, honestly. I don't know. It depends what I do for power and such later on. I also think I've got... Yeah, I found a redwood tree and I decided to take its wood because I could. Because I spent a long time living in a redwood tree, and I don't know about you guys, but no matter what the situation, if I'm around something or surrounded by something for so long, I eventually end up hating it and wanting to kill it. So I found a redwood tree and chopped it to fucking pieces and laughed while I did. It was quite cathartic. If anybody had seen, I probably would have been sectioned for that, because I was acting a little bit insane. So, what's been going on? I really want to improve my Britannia setup, but I don't know much about Britannia. I know that there's a thing you can build which is extremely expensive in terms of Britannia mana, I think, and you put a... you throw your book into it and it upgrades your book and adds a whole bunch of new stuff to build. And I will be honest, I am very, very, very interested in that, because right now I'm kind of looking at the stuff. There's not all that much stuff for me to actually build. Here we go. Portal to Alfheim. Something to do with elves. You build a portal with some mana pylons like this, and then you feed mana into it, and it opens the portal, and then you throw your book in there. And that's all I know. So I think we should probably work towards that. But I think there's a problem there. I was looking, and Terra Steel needs to be crafted on a beacon, which is interesting. I've never seen that before. Oh no, that's mana steel block. I thought it was beacon. He was telling me how to make this. Yeah, I'd never seen a crafting recipe. You have to put a mana steel, a mana pearl, and a mana diamond on a beacon, and then probably like tonk it with your wand, and you get Terra Steel. That's interesting. Fuck knows what you, like, that is some extremely high level magic right now. I am nowhere near at the point where I could fight a... Well, I mean, I probably could, but I want to do one thing on Britannia and then work on a new mod, which I have personally spent about 12 seconds using. So, what I want to do is get better mana generation at a time when I want it. So, I want to build some flowers that aren't passive. What I'm thinking is probably the Endo Flames. They eat combustible items and not Nitor, and they give off decent amounts of energy. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking, you know, feed them with coal or blocks of... Oh, I just thought. Most of that wood I got, I actually turned into blocks of charcoal, and I can feed those to the flowers. Ha ha ha! My extremely weird, not actually making connections brain just made that connection. It's like, I was not thinking about doing that previously. Oh, by the way, I made the Tinker's Construct Traveler's Boots, which give decent protection, more so than the steel boots I was wearing, and they allow you to step up 1 block inclines. Because I'm currently using the Britannia Tectonic Girdle, so that I don't take knockback damage, knockback at all, and I gotta tell you, that is probably the greatest thing I've ever had in Minecraft so far, the ability to negate knockback. I mean, you can punch a skeleton to death easily, because they don't knock you away. You know, it makes a lot of things so much easier, and a lot of stuff so much cooler. So I want brown and red mana petals, so 2 red, 2 brown, and a light grey. So what do I want to make? Maybe 10 of these? I'm thinking about laying them out. I don't want them next to each other. So if I put them in a 5x5 and a 3, so 12. So 12 of these. And then black, wasn't it? No, it was grey? Shit. Brown and light grey. Ooh, I don't have many brown. I'm going to have to make slightly less, so I don't run out of brown flowers. So yeah, that's 10 worth, and then light grey, which I only need 5 of. So I've been trying to stock up on some mana, so that I could actually make stuff. Half my reds and half my browns. And it's kind of hard to not use the mana you've got. Oh, my magnet was turned off. That was why it worked. So grey, mana brown, red, mana, and then I want a bouquet of water, which I should have a bucket in here. Yep. And some seeds. Seeds. There we go. Let's take a look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 seeds. And we get ourselves the Endo Flame. Squirting lag. I don't like that description. It makes me feel like they're going to lag me out. So, yeah, you drop an item on these things, like a piece of coal or something like that, and they eat it and produce mana. That's about all I know. I'm not sure how much mana they produce. Also, that looks really nice. That is incredibly dark. It's dark as hell. So let's see. If we give this thing a piece of coal, it should eat it at some point. Maybe it needs to be dropped literally in the center. Hello. Will it not eat it because it doesn't have somewhere to send the mana? What about if we bind you to that? No? You just don't like coal? Do you like charcoal? The Endo Flame should eat it. That is like right up in there. Interesting. Something happened to those flowers. It will not burn anything that results in a byproduct. Right, so there's no byproduct from burning coal. Maybe it's trying to cook them, and it won't do that because they give graphite when they're cooked? But then what would a block of charcoal give? Nothing, right? Yeah, they give graphite when they're cooked, and a block of charcoal could be used as fuel for 72 items, or crafted. That's it. Maybe the flower's fucked. That is definitely the right flower as well. I'm pretty sure of that. Let's put it down. Excuse me, sir. Let's put it there. Give it that. No, you didn't want to. Endo Flame. Come on, eat. You must be hungry. Did it eat it? It did. And it's currently outputting its mana to this guy. Which is why that thing is gaining so much mana. Okay, so it probably just needs to be closer to an actual mana spreader to work. That's fine, because I was going to put a fresh mana spreader over here anyway. But it just decided to be a dick beforehand and not let me do that. So what I'm thinking is I want one of them... I don't want them touching each other, so probably going to have one there, 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 and then there, 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 something like that. And then if I just have one mana spreader in the centre of these guys, I'm not going to want to put them right there though, because I've got my pure daisies. So that one goes there. Thank you, Endoflame. Just glad to know you work. So what about if I put it here? First one there, and then the next one goes there and there, there, there and there, there, there and there. I'll just do that. That should work. And then we want to put the mana spreader, probably, I like putting it at that level. That seems like a good level for it. Right there. And then we just bind that mana spreader, not flip it. Bind it to there. Is it reaching? Looks like it's reaching. I keep having these weird problems where it looks like certain mana spreaders aren't actually sending their mana, but that's just a weird effect. Something to do with like standing in the way at some point and disrupting a mana flow, but then that wouldn't have had any mana to output anyway. Right, let's get some of these done. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and flower. No, I'm missing the grey. There we go. How could I forget an entire petal? Also, I'm thinking of a way to fully automate the production of these, but I'm not sure of any way of filling this font without actually interacting with it myself. I assume right-clicking with a water bucket is what would do it, so an autonomous activator, for example, would be able to do it. But I'm not exactly sure if that would work too well. I mean, I know I can automate the production of water buckets because I have those little tanks. They are actually incredibly useful for that, because it's kind of hard to find a tank which is okay with being placed down and allowed to use in an inventory like that. So yeah, by the way, the reason I'm putting these things separate from each other is because I'm going to hook these up to a system where I feed all of them at once, and oh, I've got a spare one. Shit. Let's say we're going to extend, and if it works, it works. So yeah, I'm going to hook these up to a system where I click a button and they all get fed, and I would like them not to have the items stack. So there's no, I don't think there's a specific reason for them to be separated like that, but I would like to anyway. In fact, if I'm doing that, I can't have this guy here, because then he won't get his item. I know what I'll do. Move that to here. What we'll do is the new plan is out, and the new plan says we are extending this way first. Right, let's bind that one back over here. Yeah, the same particle came up again. But I get the same particle coming from this guy over here, and originally I thought it was distance issue, but he's been feeding his mana into the pool, so everything seems to be going fine. So yeah, that should work fine, these guys. Let's just check they're all still... the only reason I bound them before is because I wanted to make sure. If you hover over them, it shows you what they're bound to, what they're bound to output to. Yeah, that works fine. So, what I'm going to do is hook up a little system. Let's think, what do we want to use? I know a couple of ways of doing it. In fact, there is an item from Britannia which would work for it. Not redstone controllable though, and ideally I want something that's simply to controllably. simple to control with redstone. So I'm thinking, I know Vanilla's got a dropper, but item dropper from open blocks is better. Let's see, let's grab some cobble, and let me explain my reasoning. Oh god, yeah, I set up little lines to make various things. So this is the vanilla dropper, which is just that, and the other dropper is that with 2 iron and a hopper. So definitely more expensive, but then again, you know, I have entire stacks of iron blocks, so I'm not really worried about the cost of a couple of hoppers. Where are my chests? I do not see any chests in there. Well, I never. God damn it, you're supposed to be free crafting. Also, I added a second chest there. Originally, my chests were... one was for just, you know, any tree-related shit. Now what I've got is there's one for, like, specifically wooden items or furniture, and the other one is for something else. Sorry, I'm thinking like 3 steps ahead of what I need, and I should probably sleep because nighttime sucks. And I'm just thinking what to do, and I'm thinking I want some kind of red alloy wire, is that in? Ender IO redstone alloy, which can be used to make insulated redstone conduits. Or red alloy block. Just normal redstone conduits, yeah. Okay, how do we make this? Just iron and redstone? Oh, just redstone and silicone. Interesting. I have some silicone and I have some redstone. So I put an octadic compressor in, capacitor in there, which is the max level. So it should be fairly quick compared to how it was before. Might not actually still be anything we could actually call quick in regards to, you know, how we can have stuff done. Because what I'm planning is I want to go through some of the mods I never used, and some of the mods I only touched on. So I'm definitely going to go through Witchery and do some stuff in there again, because I enjoyed that while I was playing with it, but I just didn't get much time with it. And I definitely want to use some like thermal expansion stuff again, especially with the new changes that have been made, and the fact that you can now upgrade machinery. And if it wasn't for the fact that me and Metal Mosher, I should say Metal Mosher and I, actually played a series, well, not a series, we played this pack quite extensively, a few hours, a few dozen hours maybe. And yeah, I was very happy with this pack, and that's what made me choose it for this. Oh yeah, I was going to show you why I chose one hopper instead of one of these droppers instead of the other. So let's do this. We'll put the item blocks item dropper there, and the vanilla dropper there. We will give each of them some living wood, and then we just need a bouton. Oh, where's the wood? There it is. My god, I'm blind. So, when we click the button, first off you'll notice the open blocks item dropper, instant, much faster. But the if you watch continuously, I can show you actually, if we do this, you'll see the item blocks one always drops items into the exact same space. The vanilla one, what it does is it spawns the item below it, and then it jumps to a random direction like it's been mined. The item blocks one drops the item completely straight down, and that is exactly what I want, because I put these in a specific order, so they're in specific placements, so that their items wouldn't end up stacking next to each other and such. And I want to avoid their items being, you know, spread out stupidly and not actually landing on the plant, because if the items don't land on the plant, then they don't get their their fuel, and I don't get my mana. So yeah, I feel like this dropper is going to be the more effective, more efficient and useful one. I will need to come up with some way of automatically filling them, but I can actually use... I actually already have a method for that involves a new... what's it called? Extra utilities option. They have new pipes. They're new as far as I know, and they have some really, really cool effects. Huh, that doesn't connect. Does it still give a signal? That's what matters, I suppose. Let's just do that. Okay, you take some seeds. It still connects, that's alright. I was worried that it wasn't connecting for a second there, but no, it does, it's fine. Yeah, there's some new pipes in extra utilities called the rationing pipes, which allow you to, via the use of the item transfer pipes, god damn it, I can't keep my footing up here. It allows you to keep a specific number of items in an inventory, whether it be one or an entire stack or what have you. I'm not 100% on the details because, like many things, I haven't used them. Like I said, me and Metal Musher played this pack briefly, and that was enough for me to know, well, briefly in my terms, and that was enough for me to know that I'd like to play it, but not enough to spoil me on the pack. It was just enough to whet my appetite. Or if you want another example, it was just enough of a peak show to give me an erection. And then we're just going to have to connect this one like this. Just get rid of these. Man, I feel like I'm not punching as fast. I don't know why. Maybe it's because half the time I use a pick as well, or an appropriate tool as well. So now I just need a lever. Would be kind of a nice thing to have. I suppose I could just hook up a button somewhere that said give me mana now plaques, or knowing me, probably give mana now plaques. So where do I actually want to lead this to? I don't know. Oh, actually, I believe we have the wireless lever from Random Things. Let's try that, shall we? Because if I can make that work, then I don't have to run this nasty cable everywhere. I just need a lever, which would be in the wood stuff. And it's not, so I need sticks anyway. Let's turn these into sticks so I always have a supply. Lovely. And I'd like to keep a stack of levers available in-house at all times, because I'm always losing my levers, and I guarantee I'll probably lose half of these before the end of this episode. So with a wireless lever, you do that, and then I believe you choose a location for it to affect. So if I did that, it's now affecting there, and then all I have to do is place it somewhere, like here, and flipping it activates. Okay, I don't want it there, clearly. Yeah, it still has its target set, that's cool. So I can just put it like on the wall here. And then let's just check if we put some stuff in a dropper and clicky clicky. Does it have an extremely limited range? I'm not sure if it's even outputting a signal, because once again, this is an item I've never used before. I don't know if it has to output a signal to a solid block. I mean, if it does have to output to a solid block, what I can do is something like this, and then I'm probably going to want to take the lever with me to choose where to set. Oh yeah, that thing. So yeah, if I tell it to output to a solid block, I'd probably want to put it there, and I do that, and then place the lever and activate it, see if it will give that block a signal. I can't remember. Can you see a signal going through that? Okay, you can, and some of this stuff still has stuff in it as well. Wireless. I'm not sure how to make the wireless lever activate on that. That's the thing. Shame, really, because that would have been a really cool thing to do. Like, if I want it to activate on that. What about if I told it to activate on that? That works, but it didn't trigger the other machines. Okay, so it gives it a redstone signal when it activates it, but it doesn't make it like actually do anything. It doesn't make the block itself emit redstone. So it must be like a weak signal, I guess. I'm actually still not 100% on the vanilla redstone change. I stopped building stuff like vanilla redstone buildings in... I stopped building vanilla redstone buildings when I stopped my vanilla single player series, honestly. Let's see. That works. That works well enough. But yeah, if I bound this to there, and then, yeah, it doesn't make the block itself give off a redstone signal. Interesting. But I can bind it to there. Nothing. Strange. I'll have to play around with that, because I like the wireless lever as a concept. It is a good concept. And if nothing else, that's noteworthy. So now we just need to test whether this is actually going to work with, say, blocks of charcoal, and then have everything actually take effect. Yep, that flower is definitely full. It looks like it generates an amount of mana over a period of time, and then it outputs into there, that outputs into here. Maybe blocks of charcoal is too much, because I don't want to, you know, activate this when I only need a little bit of mana and end up getting enough mana to fill an entire pool. And if I do want extra mana, I can just activate this a couple more times. That's not a problem. Right, now, looks like all of them got their item. He's the only one that didn't eat. Why didn't you eat? What's wrong with you? You still eating something else? Did you get a block of mana? What the? Wow! Talk about filling up. Let's check this pool. That's the last time we checked it. That's actually a substantial amount of mana, believe it or not. Oof, okay. Well, this is working at least. A little too well. Okay, new plan. We need another mana spreader. We need one there, and we're going to need one there once we build the rest of the flowers. I'm totally okay with that. Having two mana spreaders just means that my my system is extremely powerful instead of just vaguely powerful. I'm totally cool with that. And now we just have to go bind that one to there, that one to there, that one to there, that to there, and then we just check. Yeah, those are all bound to that. And then we just bind that to that mana pool, and it should work. Yep. And then we bind, just make sure these ones are all going to be bound to the right place, because some of them aren't. Bind that to there, bind that, and bind that. And then we take this and bind that, and that should be outputting its mana as well. Yeah, so I feel like two of them is just going to really help us. I did not realise they produced that much mana, I will be honest. But that is not a problem. Something producing too much mana is not a problem at all. Especially when it's a resource as cheap and easy to get as coal. So what I'm going to do is just, I'm sure I showed you guys this, the mana tablet. Which you, it's basically a giant battery that you can fill with mana. and it allows you to actually do stuff. Like there's a bunch of tools that you can make out of the mana steel and the terra steel later on, and they require mana instead of like energy for their durability. Instead of their durability going down, they use mana straight from the tablet. They don't even tick on the durability, it just pulls the mana straight from the tablet, bypasses the tool altogether. So it's actually quite a good lag saver. A lot of things, what they do is they use their power and then request power from the item that's gonna give it to them, and that can cause a lot of like if you have enough of that going on, it can cause problems with lag because, well, you've got like multiple operations going on, whereas these only work on a single operation. And you know, ow, fucking plant. You know, it's only a little bit of mana, and I can generate plenty of mana for free with all these, and a hell of a lot, apparently, at a really small cost with those. So yeah, I'm very happy with that. Holy fuck. Okay, so you know how I said I want to do I want to do a little Britannia and then move on to something else? It's been 30 minutes. I know you guys are probably aware of that because you've just watched me fuck around with flowers for half an hour, but I was absolutely not aware of that. Time passes very fast when you're recording. Especially when you've given yourself something else to do, you don't realise how fast everything goes, and it just seems to blur. Alright, let's keep that in there and that in there. I don't need to keep a button on me, so I can pop that away. Wireless lever could be useful, you know, link it to a door. I could actually have a lot of fun with that. I'm not sure what its range is, though. Let's see if it'll work from over here. No, that just connected it to the thing on the wall. The torch. Okay, so it does still work from over there. That's good to know. Because, I mean, if this thing has a good enough range, you could use it for some very fun stuff. It says wireless, but I'm not exactly sure how wireless, so I might find out what the range on this thing is and then see like if I could do something interesting with it. I mean, maybe if I lunk it to there. No. See, I just don't know how to get it to connect to these. I suppose if the redstone conduit was actually touching the block, or if I had... there's an idea. What if I linked it to redstone? Like, if I had some redstone, say I had some redstone here, and I link this to that block. No, okay, so it definitely doesn't give off a redstone signal. What if I link it to the redstone itself? No, okay. So it just updates the block with a do redstone action tick or something along those lines. Like I said, I'm not a programmer, but that's my best guess. But yeah, I tell you what we'll do, because we spent the entire episode doing Britannia. Let's do a little bit more Britannia and get the episode a little bit longer, shall we? Ha ha ha! I want to use a couple of blaze rods, just some cobble. I want to make an item called the Alchemy Catalyst. 2 gold mana pearl, not bad at all on the recipe there. Okay. For some reason I always think that the those things cost blocks, not blocks. Fuck, what are they called? Slabs. No, I want a mana pearl or ender pearl. Thank you. I was wondering if you could throw the mana pearl, which I suppose is kind of a good thing you can't, because I'd be very annoyed if I spent my resources making that and then all of a sudden threw it by accident. Right, what we're making here is the Alchemy Catalyst, and it's a very interesting little block actually. What you do is place it underneath your mana pool, and if you see there, it changes what the mana pool. It changes the mana pool into a new item technically, and now I can use dirt in it. Like, I can put dirt in there, and it alchemizes to become coarse dirt, which is a special kind of dirt that no grass grows on. I believe it's a vanilla item. But it has some actual useful uses as well. I think you can put redstone in there. Yeah, turn redstone into glowstone with a little bit of mana. Turn glowstone into redstone. There's actually a hell of a lot of things you can do. And let's see if NEI has its update for that. I don't think it does. No, it doesn't. There's a hell of a lot of different things in NEI right now. I need to update... I need to get the plugin for NEI that lets me use that. So I think that comes under miscellany. Nope, must be mystical items. What was it called again? I can't remember what it was fucking called. Alchemy Catalyst, that's what it's called. Natural Apparatus. Alchemizing with mana. Yeah, so there you go. You can turn rotten flesh into leather. You can cycle through the different types of wood, saplings. You can turn glowstone blocks back into glowstone, which I personally think is fantastic. You can do the same with quartz. You can upgrade stone. You can turn snow into ice. Lily pads into vines. Oh shit, speaking of that, I made these boots. I want to upgrade them. I forgot they can be upgraded. I have a book in here somewhere. Materials New 1 has armor modifiers at the back of it. And if you guys remember, you can upgrade various pieces of Tinker's armor with special stuff. Featherfall on the boots. That would actually be quite nice. Is that boots? I don't think it is. That's not the boots. That's the boots. 2 lily pads allow you to walk on water. And 2 slime things of some kind. I'm not 100% what they are. Reduce fall damage and dampens the impact of fall, which is quite nice. And I can also put double jump on them, but I don't want to get used to double jump. So I definitely do want to put some lily pads on there. I should have some lily pads. I know I went out specially and got some, so that I'd have some for this. But if I don't, I can make them with vines. I also don't have any vines. There they are. I am actually going blind, aren't I? I should, like, for reals, legit, I should go and get my eyes tested, because family has a history of bad eyesight. Woo! Let's go and test this walking on water shit, shall we? I am literally Jesus. Okay, so you move a bit slow, that's a fucker. But you can walk on water, you can't jump on the water. It seems like it drops you slightly into the water. Let's go and find some actual proper water to test this on, shall we? Here's some actual proper water. Yeah, it drops you a little bit into the water, it looks like, but not all the way. So you're not, like, flying across the top of the water, but you don't sink fully, so you will never drown. I wonder if it works on lava. Let's see if you can take full damage from water. Okay, yeah, so you don't move super quick. Oh, what's that? You don't move super quick, but you do float on the top of the water. I could find some uses for that. That is a dog statue. Ah, hang on. Buddy fell too far and was finished off by a zombie. Pigmat. Buddy! Oh no, a dog called Buddy died. That's really fucking sad. I'm taking that. I wonder if I put it back down. Yeah. Well, thank you, gravestone. That's really cool. I wonder if that's like an item description thing. Because I happen to know there's an item which lets you write descriptions for other items and give them lore and such from one of the, I think it's the name tags mod. It had some really cool stuff on that front. Well, I am definitely going to be building a graveyard at some point then now, aren't I? It's just what's going to happen. I'm sorry, buddy. You look like a good boy. Yes, you are. Let me scratch behind your ear. Yes, yes, you are a good boy. Yes. Here, have a lever. Oh, I wonder. Oh. You hungry? Do you want some redstone? No, wait. For one, you're made of stone, and for two, you're a dog, which don't eat redstone anyway, I assume? I actually wouldn't know, because redstone is not a real thing. Now, in terms of the catalyst I put underneath, there is another one you can make, I believe, called the Conjuration Catalyst? I think that's its name. I'm not 100%. Yeah, it is Catalyst, so... L-Y-S-T? I'm terrible at all manner of spelling and everything. Catalyst. Yeah, Conjurate C-O-N-J. Ooh, that takes Elementium and Pixie Dust. I don't know what either of those are. Pixie Dust? No? Okay. So, that looks like an upgraded version of that, and I'm not even sure what you can do with the Conjuration Catalyst. Apparently you can use it to create items. I'm guessing you throw something in the mana pool, it takes mana and gives you 2 of it, or something like that. Wait, this mana spread is still full. Are your flowers full? Oh, this one doesn't actually reach. It is too far away. Either that or it's being blocked by that. That might actually be being stopped. So let's just look. This flower is definitely linked up there, as is this one, but they are giving off all of their mana to this mana spreader. I believe there's something we can use called a mana lens if it is the distance is the problem, but the distance might not be the problem. I might need to make it higher in the air. It looks like it misses the hitbox. Yeah, just barely misses the hitbox. But it doesn't seem to be outputting any mana at all. And the way I understood it, they outputted their mana, just not as efficiently. I believe I just thought they had a loss. Let's quickly look up something, because there's something called a mana lens, which is supposed to be able to increase the distance it can fire, if distance is the issue here. Yeah, mana lens. Velocity, potency, resistance, efficiency, bounce, gravity, bore, damn, what the fuck? Magnetizing, entropic. Okay, there's clearly some high level shit going on there. And I don't know exactly what I would be looking for, so let's go in here and look for... mana lenses. Lenses can be to potentially upgrade the potential of a mana spreader. You can apply a mana lens. The very basic lens does absolutely nothing. They will change the colour of the burst. Basic lens doesn't do anything. Dyeing the lens, rainbow all the way. Lenses are not only fancy colours. One can upgrade them with all sorts of material and create a lens which can do all sorts of effective things. Mana bursts. Using a normal mana spreader, there needs to be a block that can receive mana at the far end. A redstone mana spreader is recommended for some of the lenses. I'm guessing, like, combining 2 lenses with the slime ball, it's possible to unite them and keep the effects of both. That's pretty cool. It determines the visuals. Okay. The velocity lens drastically increases the speed at which a mana burst travels, but not only does the beam start to lose mana a lot faster, it can also carry a little bit less. Double the amount of mana a mana burst can carry, however it becomes slower. Increase the amount of time it can go without starting to lose mana but make it slower. The efficiency lens decreases the amount of time it takes for the mana burst to start losing mana. It does so at a slower rate. It decreases the amount of time, so it loses mana faster. It starts to lose mana faster. It allows it to bounce off walls rather than dissipating on a collision. Mana bursts be attracted by the world's gravitational pull, thus moving in an arc. As compensation, it also slightly increases the time before mana loss. Why? Okay, let's make a bore lens. Oh. Rune of Greed. What do we need for that? We need spring and water. Fuck that! I was gonna say, let's make a bore lens and see if it is hitting something. Potency, bounce, gravity, bore. Damaging lens, with the power to damage living creatures, draining mana. Phantom lens. It is possible to make a lens that allows the mana burst to pass through blocks. In doing so, the time it can stay without losing mana is decreased. Which is just... I don't know what that abstruse platform is. It would be ethereal, but the name was... Okay, ethereal platform. We can try that. Let's make a mana lens like that. Because I would like to know if it is just hitting a block or if there's a distance there. What am I looking for? I need an ender pearl. And I just need to drop it in there. Thank you. And then I need... No, I need mana wood, living wood. Probably not 7, probably only 5. Yeah, I think that was it. No? Am I doing something wrong here? Framed living wood. Patterned framed living wood. Okay. Framed living wood is 4 living wood, right? Patterned framed is 4 living wood like that. Okay. So, you just want to be awkward. I have to do this to craft some living wood. No? What about this? No? Maybe it doesn't work in crafting stations? Oh, it might have to be planks. That would make a lot more sense. I forgot living wood had planks. Yeah, there's the patterned. And then that to make the framed. So the framed go there and there. The patterned goes there. And the normal living wood goes there with that there. And that gives you 2 abstruse platforms. Which I'm guessing are exactly like the ethereal platforms. Where you can fly through them and walk through them. But when you're on top of them, they're solid unless you shift. And my research there pointed me to exactly that conclusion. Now, to actually make a lens, it's just a glass pane. Yeah, a glass pane in my arse. Ow, ow! Walk into the flowers. That is not a good way to go about doing such things. I should have some glass panes in here. So the basic lens apparently does nothing, but you can combine it with that to get the phantom lens, which allows it to shoot through blocks. And what do I do? Just like that? Okay. And it looks like... Okay, it looks like its mana is actually hitting its target now. So let's see if these flowers start to... it looks like these flowers are outputting their mana. So I think it was just hitting something. It's definitely sending its mana out now. It was probably hitting this. From what I can tell, that would be the best guess. Yeah, it looks like it was hitting this because of the way I put it. So, I mean, that makes sense. Also, I think this here is the point at which it starts to lose mana efficiency. Which kind of sucks if that is what that is. Would make sense because it's only 1 block away and that one's not that much further out if you use triangulation. That one's only about 2 blocks further away than that one. There's a blue slime over there. Where is my rod of turtling? Oh, not a king blue slime, just a blue slime. Damn. I saw the size of it and I was like, is that a king slime? I've been killing as many king slimes as I can for their drops. Fuck this, I'm just going home. Rod of travelling, you are quite useful. I hear a zombie. Zombie? Oh, hello dear sir. Oh, sorry, you died before you could do anything important. So yeah, this one appears to be giving off of its mana now. Excellent, so there we go, we sorted the problem. We just built it too far away, which I completely get. I like to build things in weird, obtruse ways. Excuse the fuck out of me, I'm talking to my audience, you cunt. Isn't he so rude? Yeah, good boy, buddy. Don't worry, I won't let the zombie get you. Here's a kiss. Stop licking me, you weirdo. Fuck you, Enderman. Get out of my flower patch. Right. So yeah, sorry, I didn't mean for this episode to be this long at all. And I didn't mean for the Britannia stuff to last more than, 5 minutes. Hit me. Look at that, no knockback. I stay in exactly the same place. Absolutely glorious. Anyway, I'm going to have to end this episode here. And that mod I was thinking of getting started on, we will start on next episode. And who knows, maybe one of these days we'll get an episode that isn't an hour long. I know you guys love these long episodes, you keep telling me so. Anyway, thanks for watching guys, I will see you next time, peace out!